Manti will be a little bit shorter out here than American Heritage, but they make up for that a lot often. Manti is rarely the tallest team when they play. Manti just doesn't ever have a ton of height.
I feel like last year might have been the exception of that.
With Christian, with Christian, that's it. Yeah.
Well, and the fact that you could play Reggie at the 4 the last couple of years, that just was an exception. Usually that situation is guaranteed 5. As our opening tip-off is won on our Steel Building System scoreboard. It's won by the Patriots as they will start things off. We appreciate all our sponsors. And for you joining us here on this Friday afternoon, Peary goes right to the rim. Good defense from Thomas, and the rebound comes down to Frischnick. Long outlet, Hunter Stevens collects, pumps, and will reset for the Templars. Stevens looks to get into the paint. Euros for 2, right-hand finish no good. Rebound comes down to Adams. Outlet on the left side to Larson. Takes the 3 in transition. That is a common theme for American Heritage as Weston Larson, 15 points a game, drills the 3.
Yeah, they're not afraid to put it up quick. They will shoot as quick as they catch it.
Drive by Preston Thompson and a foul out front on under the basket on Kyle Mina. Preston will go to the Go Insurance free throw line, serving all of Central Utah with auto, home, commercial, life, health, and Medicare policies. Call agents Dan Gregg or Galen, 462-3333.
You see a lot of teams that have a one kid, maybe 2 kids have a green light when they walk in the gym. You know, you hear that when they walk in, when they cross midcourt, the Jimmer type of green light.
Dame Lillard,
American Heritage, that's the way they roll.
It's their MO,
For the whole team. It's not anybody, if they catch and have an open look at 3, they can take it.
Thompson splits the pair of free throws, 3-1 now for American Heritage. As Jessen Barton just comes from behind, pokes that loose. Outlet to Stevens, running with Frischnick here, left side Hunter. Bumped, hands off Thompson. Preston gets in the paint, sends it out to Stevens. Hunter will take that right wing 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Winnetana. And some of the American Heritage will reset. Just did 2 academies, so I've got several of them on the brain. It is American Heritage. Off the screen, Winnetana into a long 2. That's kind of what he does, is just lull you to sleep. Offensive rebound, Peary turns, shoots, banks, and scores. And it's now 5-1 in favor of American Heritage.
Yeah, Winnetana likes those mid-range jumpers. He's not afraid to take an 16-foot jumper out there. Made a bunch of them yesterday against South Summit.
Frischnick up and under, no. Offensive rebound, Thompson. Preston sends back Jessen Barton straight away. Jessen Euros gets in the lane, high arcing shots, good. A lot of contact. In my opinion, that's a charge or a block. It's got to be something. They don't call it. It goes back the other way. Crossover from Winnetana, and he is fouled by Stevens on the drive. So that's going to be the first team foul on the Templars.
Hunter's a kid. You've watched Hunter play for a long time, Tanner. You're good friends with the family. He's a kid that likes a challenge. He likes a little one-on-one challenge. It'll be interesting to see if Hunter, if he takes that challenge and if he tries to get into the lane himself to try and answer back when he gets it. Maybe if he gets beat.
Adams lays it up inside, 7-3. Stevens will set with the early foul. Carter Mason checks in. Barton right to the rim again, and the foul. Jessen Barton, count it. As he's come out aggressive here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Jessen took it hard there, and he gave a little bit of look back to the guy on the ground. Jessen took it hard to the hoop. 4 points. He had 10 points yesterday in that loss to Richfield, averaging about 10 points a game. One of their better perimeter defenders is Jessen, one of the better three-point shooters, and now with 5 points after he knocks down that free throw.
He and Reggie playing twinners with the reverse Grinches today. I'm going to have to ask him if they're real, because I've heard the real copy of those is so hard to get, that shoe. No one needs to know that, but that's where we're at.
We talk reverse Grinches quite often. Whenever anybody has those, Tanner brings it up.
It's a popular shoe. Corner 3 from Larson in transition. No. Rebound Thompson. Templars get a stop, chance to get the lead here. Carter Mason pushes. Left side Barton. Jessen dumps into Frischnick. Deflected and fouled by Jaden Adams with 5:44 to go.
Yeah, Reggie just beat Jaden Adams to the spot there. That's going to be the second against Adams. One thing about American Heritage is they like to run. They don't go extremely deep for long periods of time. They want these 5, maybe 1 or 2 more off the bench, but Adams will have to go to the bench with 2 fouls.
Already with the player suspended as well, so even less deep. Barton, right corner, looks to attack. Lobs it, just not a good pass to Frischnick. It's deflected by Thompson, and then Barton has to try and save it to no avail. Back to the Patriots of American Heritage.
Yeah, not the best entry there to Reggie Frischnick. If I'm Jessen Barton, take another dribble or so. Let him set up on the block there. Don't throw it to him at the elbow. Reggie does his work on the block. Give him just a second to get a little bit better set.
Ball goes up top. Winnetana with it. Thompson draws the assignment on the switch here. Kind of a matchup zone the Templars are running. Minotana up, under, scoop, tough shot, rebound Frischnick. He was making those yesterday. Long outlet to Barton. Jessen gives to Thomas. Layup good for 2. As Austin Thomas, like the beneficiary of good guard play, breaking those presses.
Good job by Jessen Barton to go aggressive and then lay it off there. And look at this defense by Jessen Barton in the backcourt. Oh, and then they're going to call a foul here. It looked like he had some excellent defense staying with Winatana, which not many people can.
Winatana, in my opinion, extended the elbow there.
Yeah, watching that replay, that's a tough call right there. Jeez.
Templars will go with Tage Hill, Lincoln Alder, and Mason Starkweather off the bench. Preston Thompson, the lone starter, in for Manti as Barton, Thomas, and Frischnick get a break.
Manti will go deep.
Yeah.
Talked about American Heritage. Manti will easily go 10 deep or maybe even more.
Ball goes up top. Larson, good closeout from Alder. As Larson has nowhere to go with it. Peary now with it. Guarded by Starkweather. Comes off the screen. Picks up his dribble high. Not sure why Peary didn't continue to attack there. And it goes back to Winatana, guarded out front by Mason. He'll get to the cup. Reverse layup, no. Offensive rebound inside from Vanderbeek, and he's fouled, crashing the boards.
Yeah, good try by Preston Thompson to try and go for that rebound. Vanderbeek just beat him to it there. Pretty decent man-on-man defense by Carter Mason, but that help defense has got to come. If Mano Winatana gets that shoulder on you, he's tough to stop. So you got to have that help defense come home.
Jaden Barton in the game for the Templars. Ball goes into Peary. Alder with the rejection. What a come-on Lincoln Alder's had the second half of the season.
That's exactly right. Second half, and he doesn't get a ton of minutes, but he's got to be one of the leaders in blocks. He's always flying through. Great leaper is Lincoln.
Killer crossover from Mason, but then he loses it. Peary comes. Alder comes from behind, and Peary still lays it up and in. 9-8, 4:16 left in the first. And Reggie Frischnick's going to come back in. Barton the drive, no. Well, defended by Vanderbeek. Other way comes Larson. Larson looks to cross over, and he's bumped and fouled out front by Alder with 4:03 left here in the first period. Coach Shakespeare doesn't agree.
Coach Shakespeare wants that same call on the other end. You saw him point to the other end and say the same thing's happening down there.
Underneath here, baseline for Winatana, or are they going to say on the sideline? They are. So 4:03 left here, opening period. 9-8, good pace to this one. We mentioned that two of the top scoring teams in the state matching up in a consolation bracket.
Quite a few fouls here in the first 4 minutes. Yeah. 4 for Manti, 3 for American Heritage. Both of these teams just push the action constantly.
Yeah. Winatana thought about it, takes the deep 3 buckets. Wow, what a shot from Mano Winatana over Carter Mason. Those two going to be battling it out for a few years.
NBA range.
Frischnick down low on the entry feed. Reggie keeps that foot, turns, shoots, and scores it. 12-10.
Yeah, coaches always freak out about that, but Reggie just knows how to use that pivot foot so well.
They've been freaking about it for 3 years.
3 years,
and I've seen it maybe called once.
Yeah.
Because it's not a travel. 3 from Winatana again.
Wow.
I hate Mark Jackson, but he does have a saying, hand down, man down, and that was the case right there.
Stupidest saying he has, but
it's true.
But it's true right there, yep.
15-10 after the back-to-back threes. Starkweather for 2. Templars trading 2s and 3s now with American Heritage, a 3-point lead. Templars now in a 2-2-1. Full court. Winatana gets through it. Mason on his hip will pull it back out with under 3 to go in the third.
Mason Starkweather doing a good job to turn Winatana back.
He'll heat check 3. That's off. Tipped out of bounds. And how that's not a loose ball foul, I'm not sure, but either way, it's tucked by Vanderbeek, and it'll go back to the Templars.
Reggie Frischnick, watch this replay. Reggie Frischnick has the position, and then the American Heritage gets Vanderbeek. Vanderbeek just uses his left arm to get a little bit of leverage there over Reggie to knock it out of bounds. It will be Manti ball, though.
Adam Thomas back in.
The only thing I can think is they're saying that he didn't displace Reggie. Reggie's feet didn't move. He kept his spot.
I should say Austin Thomas back in. Adam's the brother. My apologies there. That's what you get in these with all the brothers in high school basketball. Thomas right wing looks to attack, sends to Jaden Barton. He'll take the corner 3. It's up off the back rim. Thomas offensive rebound. Gives to Mason now. Carter gets in the paint, gives to Starkweather. Starkweather with it up top, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Mason Starkweather. Brady Peary was in the way.
Yeah, Peary did a good job selling that one too. Starkweather's left arm just out there creating that space. Easy call for the official.
And even though that's the 5th foul, it's a player control foul, so no non-shooting here. with 2:19 to go in the first, we'll get Dax Anderson into the game for the Templars.
Yeah, Dax, instant offense off the bench. Don't leave him open in the corner.
No.
He'll drain it in your face.
Peary on the drive, gets to the rim, count it, and the foul. Just has an extra step on the defender. It's now 17-12, 2:07 to go in the first. So one more free throw coming here.
Yeah, good job by Peary to get that left shoulder past the defender of the Templars and then put it up. And then the Templars just have to foul to try and stop him, but he's strong enough to get it off the glass.
Free throws up and good for Peary. 18-12 as Barton now looks to push for the Templars. Down to Thomas. Austin picks up that dribble and then just threw it away. Winnetana goes the other way for American Heritage as he'll pull out and reset with under 2 to go. Near in the first quarter of play. Peary catches high, guarded by Thomas, puts it on the floor here, lowers that shoulder again, stripped. Peary then sends it back to Mina, who sends it to the corner. Open three on the way, good. Out of the corner from the sophomore James Matson. 21-12, Templars run. Thomas pumps, goes up for two, banks it and scores it. 21-14 now. Templars set up in the press. And, they're going to call a foul on that. My goodness, is Winnetana is going to go to the free throw line. Carter Mason is beside himself, and Devin Shakespeare is really beside himself.
Yeah, he feels the calls are kind of going one way. American Heritage doing a good job to create the contact and get the foul calls, though.
Just the first on Carter. Isn't that two on Carter? They've only got one up on the scoreboard. I'm pretty confident he's got two.
I know Hunter Stevens had one right at the start, but I'm not sure if Carter Mason picked one up.
Winnetana hits it. Alder checks in, replacing Jaden Barton.
7 points for both Mana Winnetana and Brady Peary. Lead the way for American Heritage.
22-14, one more here from Winnetana. And his shot's up and down. 23-14, minute 28 left here in quarter number one. As Mason with it up top. Just the sophomore. Bounce pass right side to Anderson. A little bit of a blitzing press here. Mason catches, crosses over, gets in the lane, high arcing shot for two, and Carter Mason teardrops it. 23-16, minute 12 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, when Carter put that up, I thought it was going to miss because I thought he was going to use the glass, but he knew what he was doing right through.
Peary blocked by Thomas. Then Anderson's got it. Up ahead, Frischnick in transition. Reggie up for two. No one back to get the rebound. Blocked from behind by Vanderbeek, but then Reggie regathers and scores again. 23-18, under a minute to play now.
Pretty good job by American Heritage.
Mason the steal. Carter floats it up. That's no good. Fight for the board. Off the shoe. Mason tracks it down in the corner, but then he's towed on the line. It'll go back to American Heritage.
What I was saying there is pretty good job by American Heritage getting back on defense. Reggie, it took him 3 shots when maybe it looked like he would have a layup. Had to get a couple of rebounds.
Yeah.
But good job by Reggie Frischnick to stay with it and get 2 points, 4 points for him now.
And credit his teammates getting out. You still had more white shirts down there. Lincoln Alder and Carter Mason following closely. Long pass. Starkweather nearly gets there. Broken beautifully. But then the layup completely botched by the junior Nate Zimmerman, who did not play in the game yesterday, did not play in their Sweet 16 matchup with Juab.
Patriots obviously having to go a little bit deeper with a couple of fouls there to Adams. So a little bit of size there comes in for Zimmerman to try and defend Reggie Frischnick.
About a half-second differential between shot and game clock here as Mason's got it over on the left side. Carter with the right-hand dribble bounces to Alder. Lincoln gives to Thomas with 6, with 5. Crossover Carter loses the basketball. Winnetana's got it. A reach-in, and they call the foul with 0.3 of a second. Mana Winnetana's going to get 2 free throws with 0.3 of a second left.
Yeah, that's just done by the Templars there. Just get out of the way there. You've got 2 seconds left or so as Mana Winnetana's coming up the court, and you know you're in the double bonus here. So just back off of there. Don't give him easy ones. Let him take a half-court shot.
Yeah, really tough foul. And Winnetana, as good as he is at the line as well, that's a killer as he hits the free throw. 25-18 now. Checking in for the I don't have number 2.
Yep.
So, oh, brother.
The next word was going to be coaches.
I'm not even going to say it at this point. It's not worth my breath, Greg. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Get your rosters right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We'll try and give them credit.
Free throws both drop as number 14, John Bushman, will check into the game for American Heritage.
Winnetana with double figures in the first quarter.
Starkweather not going to get it off in time as drills the camera. I mean, Mason's known for throwing some long balls, so we'll give him that. That ends quarter number one on your CO Building System scoreboard. It is American Heritage 25, Manti 18 on TeamHive.live, Mid-Utah Radio Sports, KSLSports.com, and ETV.
When you need title work, title insurance, and escrow service, remember the experts at Central Utah Title in Manti. Whether you need residential, commercial closing, mortgage refinance, FHA, VA, or conventional loans, mortgage assumption, and cash transactions, consider Central Utah Title. Serving South Central Utah since 1983. 140 North Main Street in Manti for security and peace of mind in all your transactions.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on your CO Building System scoreboard. American Heritage 25, Manti 18. And really, American Heritage is doing it every each and way. Douglas Dentistry, three-pointer, Go Insurance free throw line. It's been all the ways they can score.
On a 100-point pace here. 25 points in the first quarter.
That's right.
That's a good entry pass from from Hunter Stevens down to Reggie Frischnick.
And then a not so good pass from Reggie out to Thomas. So
yeah, Reggie just tries to go that inside out. I think Austin thought Preston Thompson was going to catch that pass, and it just went right past Austin into the corner. Gives the ball back to American Heritage.
Winnetana's got it out front. Templars in this 2-2-1 press. Stevens on Winnetana. Tough screen there from Mana. Goes right side now to Peary. Peary looks to attack off the dribble, will lower the shoulder, draws a crowd, trying to go somewhere with it. Cuts to Mana. Mana goes up for two and lays it in. 27-18, the help wasn't there on the cut.
Well, yeah, Austin Thomas just completely lost him.
Yep.
And then he totally redeems himself on the other end with a two.
27-20, 7:17 to go. We talked about this being a fast-paced game. Here we go.
Yeah, and Manti's going to drop back into a 2-3 zone, try and stop those direct line drives from American Heritage.
Vanderbeek drives inside. Tough shot for two over Frischnick and lays it in. Tough shot. 29-20, 6:58 left. Stevens over on the left side. Gives to Preston Thompson. Trying to feed that into Frischnick. Thomas with it. Goes back to Stevens. Hunter's got it up top. Looks to attack off the dribble. Gives left side Jessen Barton. Barton likes to attack from that left side. Gets inside. Finishes with the right hand on the right side using the basket as protection. 29-22.
I love it when Reggie Frischnick goes to the other side and the ball goes around to the left side for Jessen Barton to use his strong hand to get to the basket.
Winnetana bounces for Peary. They just lost him. Count it and a foul for Peary. 31-22 with 6:22 left. Free throw coming.
Yeah, Winnetana could have taken that free throw line jumper, but he knew he had Brady Peary down there near the block, and just a little bounce pass and then trying to recover. Austin Thomas fouls him from behind.
Free throws coming here as we're going to get Weston Larson back in the game. I did get a text from one Brant Stevens. Number 2's name apparently Jackson Black, a freshman.
Okay.
But so we'll give him credit there, since his coach did not. Peary will get the free throw and connect on it. 32-22, 6:22 left before halftime.
Got two Patriots in double figures. 32 of those points, and 20 of them are between Peary and Winnetana.
Thompson dumps off. Beautiful passing from the Templars. Count that in a foul. Austin Thomas. First, the pass from Thompson was excellent to Frischnick. Reggie's little touch goes down, and Thomas will have a chance to complete the three-point play at the Go Insurance free throw line.
Kind of the similar thing that happened on the other end down here. Now just trying to recover from behind. A little bit of a frustration foul. It should
Thomas
just be
misses.
one.
Yeah, no one went in. They were acting like it was two. Manti nearly gets it as Peary gives left side to Mina. Mina guarded out front. Peary's got it, runs right into Thompson. And the Templars will now settle in. Peary right side, looks to attack off the dribble. Takes it inside, Euro step for two, and they're going to call another reach and foul on the Templar. Are they going to say two shots here? Is this on the shot or on the floor?
So
I think they're going to say on the floor. Yeah, it's on the floor.
Is that on that's on Austin Thomas, so
2.
that'll be his second.
We'll see what Winnetana has in store on the baseline. Sends it out to Larson, and offensive foul now going the other way. See who they end up giving this to. Is it on Mina? I believe so.
I want to watch that replay just a little. Yeah, just wouldn't let Preston Thompson run through. If he would have been maybe a half step quicker, it would have been a nice little screen there to get it at the top of the key.
Stevens with it up top, gives left side Barton. Pick and roll. Barton steps into a 3. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Winnetana.
3-ball for Jessen. Just hasn't been falling these last couple of weeks like they did earlier in the season.
Winnetana looks to attack, spin move, tough shot for 2, and it drops. That's not a freshman, man. Mana Winnetana is making plays like he's been doing this for a long time. 34-24. Stevens looks to attack baseline, sends it up top to Thompson. Preston will look to dribble drive. Gets to the middle of the floor, gives Barton. Jessen looks to attack left side, sends to the corner to Thomas. Now Stevens. Hunter wide open 3, right wing. Good. Looked good as it left his fingertips. Hunter Stevens, is that the first Douglas Dentistry 3 for the Templars? Show off that smile as a foul now in transition on Barton. Is that going to be 2 on Jessen? It is. So 5:07 to go before halftime. Manti gets it down to 7, and the pedal is continuing to be pushed by American Heritage.
3 fouls here in this quarter on the Templars, 2 on American Heritage.
Now going to get James Matson, who had a key 3 in that first quarter. Yeah. He was good against Juat.
Yeah.
Didn't play a lot in the game yesterday. I thought he was really good against the Wasps. Peary drives inside, and somehow that's got to be a jump ball, and sure enough it is. Stays with American Heritage. 4:58 to go before halftime.
Yeah, good job there by Preston Thompson. Did you just get that one hand in there as Peary tried to drive to create the change of possession here?
Baseline, trying to get this thing in. Pump fake from Larson. He takes a tough elbow, 2. It's no good. Thompson rebounds. Long outlet Barton. Jessen's ahead of the pack. Pumps, gets to the rim for 2. Cannot finish it. Thomas gets the rebound. Stick back, no. Rebound comes down inside to Matson.
Yeah, Jessen Barton did a good job to go to that jump stop and then use his left hand, but usually he hits those. Not able to there.
Winnetana up on the right side, comes off the high screen, switches with Frischnick on him as Tage Hill will check in next whistle. Send it over in the corner, 3 on the way from Matson, no good. Hunter Stevens climbing for the rebound. Hunter outlets it to Thomas. Austin gives to Frischnick in the paint. Jump stop, Reggie. Trying to find somewhere to go with it, decides to shoot it. It's no good. Thompson goes in and gets the rebound. Preston takes the 10-foot J. That's no good. Rebound comes down to Peary.
There's 4 shots in the lane on the last 2 possessions for the Templars and 0 dropped.
Winnetana looks to attack off the dribble on Thompson. Will pull out and reset, and Coach Winnetana is going to take a timeout. It's a Manti Family Dental timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
This is Lydia Thompson with EcoLife. Cooler weather is coming and winter is right around the corner. I'm sure you're excited to curl up with a blanket, cozy in your home on a cold day. The problem is, so are the bugs. Keep spiders out of your house this winter. Call or text us today at 435-283-6002. Again, that's 435-283-6002 to spray your home and keep it bug-free this winter.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 4 minutes to go before halftime, 34-27 here on TeamHive.live. Appreciate you tuning in on KMTI as well. Very excited to see what the Templars adjustments are made here, because you just said coming to the timeout, American Heritage is a little bit winded. They haven't had the same lift on a couple of their shots. So
yeah, here these last couple of shots, they had been making about everything. The last couple of shots, it was 1 and out. Both times Manti with a good defensive rebound.
Winnetana with the basketball now. Looks to attack right side. Templars kind of putting a double up high. Winnetana, a very light foul called. My goodness. Let him play. Foul out front.
Let's watch this. Let's watch this replay. It's going to go against Tage Hill. Boy, oh boy, man, we can't.
I don't get high pitched on a broadcast very much, Greg.
We can't just watch a game, can we? We need to
listen
to whistles all night.
Ball to be inbounded by Winnetana baseline, and American Heritage shoots for the final 3:46 in the quarter. Ball going to go over on the right side. Winnetana waits here, gives up top now to Mina. Mina with the left-hand dribble. 3 on the way, that looks right, and it is. Rebound Carter Mason. Outlet to Thompson. Preston leads the break for the Templars. Loses it, gives it back to Hill, up top Mason. Carter with the left hand, killer crossover into the lane, sends it to the corner. Hill thought about the 3, Tage will drive it, send it back to Carter. Carter hesitates, gets inside, and they'll call the reach there. Is that 3 on Adams here?
Well, and what's tough is there's not much there either, but you got to call it because what you called on the other end the last time. I mean, I can see why they called both of them. I can see that they're both. There's a little bit of contact. It just doesn't really create any advantage for the defensive player. I don't know.
Yeah. Ball goes now into Mason. Carter's going to give left side to Hill. Hill with the basketball, looks to cross over, get low, put it up for 2, Tage Hill. And Tage has had some nice moments as the year's gone on. A little bit of a spark as the left side now Matson gets across the timeline. Ooh, almost drug that pivot foot as Winnetana with it high, 34-29, under 3 to play. Winnetana looks to attack. Mason recovers his ground, pokes it free. Lincoln Alder now leads the break for the Templars. Alder gets to the rim, no, but is fouled, and Lincoln's going to shoot 2. Templars have a chance to get this down to 1 possession here.
Nice little hang there by Lincoln Alder with the left hand. Kid can jump, can he? Just hangs in the air, creates that contact, get a couple of free throws here.
Alder on the year is right at 50%. Hasn't taken a lot of free throws. It's mostly been corner 3s.
Yeah.
Love me a Lincoln Alder corner 3. The first of 2 go insurance free throws is short. Frischnick in, Thompson out for the Templars.
Yeah, got to cut into that 5-point lead at the free throw line if you're the Templars.
2:46 to go before halftime. Our sponsor for the scoreboard tonight brought to you by CO Building Systems. Roof and wall panels and all the trimming at the best prices anywhere. Free throw up and no good as, let's see. They calling this on American Heritage or on Manti? Oh, they call it on American Heritage.
Oof. Boy, that's a tough call.
Tage is going to the line. My goodness.
Let's watch this replay here. I don't know if
when I saw the whistle, I figured Tage Hill was going to be the one called for it. But now Tage will go to the line to shoot 2. He's at 67% on the year.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that one was. But
first one is up and down from Tage. So he's provided. You mentioned who's going to step up on the bench, and it's been Tage Hill with 3 points.
Yeah, 3 points for Tage. Now came into that game yesterday, hit that little hook shot that he's kind of patented when he gets it down low. Second one no good. So Manti goes 1 of 4 on this trip from the free throw line.
Pressure from the Templars. Winnetana gets it across. Alder hounding him. A lot more contact than there's been in previous possessions. Winnetana, tough step back 2, in and out. Good defense from Alder. Hill's got the rebound. Templars with an opportunity here. Hill gets up top. The drive here from Starkweather. Up, under, in for 2. And the Templar bench giving him a spark. It was 34-24, 8 unanswered from the Templars here. 2:18 to go before halftime. Peary with it up top. Looks to drive. Lowers the shoulder. Takes it up strong for 2 and is fouled. Coach Shakespeare again not agreeing with the call. 2:12 to play.
So last year, a lot was written, a lot of publicized, if you will, about the bench of the Templars. They had those hockey line changes, the 6 men, all 5 of them. That was a great one that you had. This year, it hasn't given them as much of a lift as it did last year. This game, this could be a big one. With as much as these 2 teams run, you need that bench, and they're doing good things right now. Tage Hill and Mason Starkweather, Lincoln Alder.
Yeah, all of them is Mason and Alder will sit. Carter Mason should say. Mason Starkweather remains in. Barton and Stevens back in for the Templars. One more for Peary, and it drops. So 36-32, 2:12 to go before halftime. Templars got it down to 2. That breaks an 8-0 run by Manti. Stevens gives right side Hill. Tage back up to Starkweather. Mason will put it on the floor. Attack, pump, take it up strong for 2. Frischnick taps it out. Hill goes and gets the rebound. Barton now left side. Push and a foul inside. I think this is going to go on Vanderbeek. And more free throws here with 1:57 to go before halftime. Reggie will go to the free throw line for Manti.
Yeah, like you say, with under 2 minutes left, it was a couple of minutes ago. What was it, 9 points, I think?
Yeah.
Was it 10
points?
10. Yeah, and Manti's made a nice little run here to cut down this American Heritage lead. They can't hit a free throw to save their life.
If they had hit free throws,
yeah, they're one of their last 5 now from the line these last few possessions. Reggie's got one more.
One more for Frischnick, as mentioned. Short again.
Jeez.
Templars really, and they struggled at the end. They've struggled on free throws here at the end of the year. Normally, Devon Shakespeare teams make free throws. A little uncharacteristic as Thompson's back in for Manti. Minute 46 to go before halftime.
Yeah, one of their last 6, and if you're going to get whistles like this all game, you got to make them count.
Skip to the corner. Back up top here as they've gone deep into the bench. I don't have 13 either for American Heritage.
Yeah, when Atana's come out of the game,
Peary
he doesn't come out much.
Peary and Larson, the 2 starters out there. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by 13. He sends to the corner. Baseline jumper is good for 3 by Weston Larson. Long outlet Starkweather. Mason's all alone, goes to the rim and finishes for 2. So the Templars have been very good on some of these makes, getting out and running. Now in a press. 13's got the basketball, and a timeout to Coach Winatana. He called timeouts, but he can't get his roster right. We'll take the timeout. Brought to you by our friends at Manti Family Dental here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, and ETV with KSLSports.com.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 1:09 to go here before halftime. Scoreboard brought to you by CO Building Systems, roof and wall panels, and all of the trimming at the best prices anywhere. That's CO Building. Timeout made possible by Manti Family Dental. Go see Dr. Carlisle for all your dental needs at Manti Family Dental, where small things make a huge difference on Main Street in Manti. 13 with the basketball out here for American Heritage. Again, we don't have a name for this kid as he gives it up top to Vanderbeek. Skip right side Peary. Peary with it up top, draws a quick double. That's deflected, and the Templars do a great job just kind of forcing the issue. Combination of Starkweather, Barton, and Hunter Stevens.
Yeah. So goes right into the Manti bench. Some good sportsmanship there. Help the player up for the Patriots.
Stevens, backdoor Barton. Cut. Beautifully done. Jessen finishes 36-39 here with under a minute to go before the half. Weston Larson with it on the right side. Skips it in the corner. Matson with it. Gives up top Peary. Peary draws a soft double, drives on Frischnick, leans, banks, and scores. Good job using the body distribution there from Brady Peary. Stevens lobs for Barton. Jessen, that wasn't going to happen. So 24.3 left, goes back to American Heritage.
Yeah, not a good idea that time. Even if Jessen would have caught that, there's 4 Patriots back there. Set up your offense, run something, get one last shot with 25 seconds left. And now American Heritage is going to get the last shot, up 5, chance to go up 7 or 8.
Mana Winatana's back in the game here for the final possession of this first half, more than likely. As he crosses the timeline, Templars in that 1-2-2. Skip it in the corner, 3 from Larson early, and it's good, doesn't matter. Weston Larson drills the 3, 44-36. Stevens leads the break for the Templars with 7. With 6, Hunter goes up, no. Frischnick, the rebound, gets hammered, and Reggie's going to shoot 2 with 4.5 on the clock.
So is that going to be 2 or 3 on Vanderbeek? That's going to be 3 on him as well.
Wow.
So a little bit of foul trouble maybe for American Heritage, but an 8-point lead right here. Manti, one of their last 6 from the free throw line. Need to start capitalizing on those free throws.
First one from Reggie's up, and that one's good. Once again, Manti free throws brought to you by Go Insurance, serving all of Central Utah with auto, home, commercial, life, and health, along with Medicare policies. That's Go Insurance. Nate Zimmerman in the game, wearing number 23. Big kid. Got some size to him. So 4.5 left here for the Templars. Reggie gets one more, and it's no good. Fights for that rebound. It's deflected. It's going to be American Heritage basketball with 2.6 left. Hill and Alder will check in. Starkweather and Barton will sit for the final 2.6. Don't want to foul here if you're Manti, like they did at the end of the first.
Yeah, exactly. 7-point lead for American Heritage, 2 for the last 8 from the line for Manti.
And Winatana.
Yeah, that's going to give the ball back to Manti. They'll call an offensive foul. Yeah, Hunter Stevens just did a good job on the sideline there to plant his legs, plant his feet, and get the offensive foul. 1 second left, so geez, a second and a half ran off there. So
1 second remaining. Catch and shoot situation.
It's going to be just the first foul against Monowinatana.
Goes to Stevens in the corner. 3 at the horn for Hunter. Buckets! Hunter Stevens with a 3 out of the corner made possible by Douglas Dentistry. That'll take us to halftime. American Heritage 44, Manti 40. Your halftime show made possible by Jones & DeMille Engineering. Coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Looking for the perfect color for your next paint project? Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim has your solution. With their state-of-the-art color matching equipment and over 350,000 colors, anything is possible. Bring Hermanson's any size sample or your favorite Pinterest pin and they can scan or match across all brands of paint. They've successfully matched paint colors from pillows, stucco, rock, paint cans, signs, plants, and more. Their high-quality finishes from Pratt & Lambert and Best Look will give you the professional results you're looking for. Don't put off those paint projects any longer. Drop by Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim. It's how going to a hardware store should be.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit IPAUtah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
My name is Jared Livingston. I grew up in Sanpete County, Utah. I remember going down to the feed company back in the little offices there, got my first loan through Utah Heritage Credit Union. And ever since then, fell in love with the personal atmosphere that you get with a local credit union. Been there ever since I was a little kid to today, whether we're dealing with an auto loan or just cashing a check, they're right there every time we need them.
Zions Bank is celebrating 150 years in our community. Whether you're looking to open a new account or save for the future, their bankers are ready to help you right now or when it's convenient for you. Now more than ever, Zions Bank is for you.
Clean Cut Roofing and Siding.
Have you seen my turtle?
How would I know where your turtle is?
You always say you have something for everyone.
Since 2003, you get peace of mind every time with Clean Cut Roofing and Siding. Call 435-462-2160.
The Sanpete Pantry wishes to thank the members of our community. Because of your generous support, we've been able to provide much-needed assistance to families in our county struggling with food insufficiencies through our center in Mount Pleasant, our mobile food distribution program, and our Kid Pack program, which helps feed children in need. We've already helped thousands of families this year, but the need now is greater than ever. Please visit our website at sanpetepantry.org to find out how you can help us end hunger in Sanpete County.
This is Nate Johnson of Risk Managers Insurance Agency in Ephraim. It is surprising how many people do not have any life insurance or adequate coverage today. If you were to suddenly die, would your family have enough money for your funeral and to pay off any debt you may have, or funds to live on with your income no longer available to care for your family? You may be surprised at how low life insurance rates are. Let me sit down with you and discuss how life insurance can benefit you and your family. Call us at Risk Managers in Ephraim, 283-4685.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Your halftime score brought to you by CO Building Systems. American Heritage 44, Manti 40. Manti actually wins that second quarter, Greg, 22-19 after being down 7 after 1. Big three from Hunter Stevens to end the half after taking the charge. So yeah. Hunter making big things happen to keep Manti in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. A huge swing right there. And with 1 second left, that's on every highlight reel that Manti has this year. Is Hunter catching that right in the corner? Somehow they left Hunter, and he knocks down that Douglas Dentistry three-pointer. Now, let's talk some positives. You got 11 assists for the Templars, 8 turnovers. That's right about their average this year. 5 assists, 5 turnovers for the Patriots. Patriots are a lot more one-on-one. A lot more. So Manti's going to have to have some good help defense. They're not getting as many assists as the Templars. They don't move the ball really. I'm not saying this negatively. It's just not part of their offense.
Right.
It's more of the Manti offense to get the assists on buckets. But Manti's shooting 53% overall. So is American Heritage. American Heritage 6 of 10 from behind the arc. Manti only 2 of 6. That's huge. And free throws 8 of 9 for American Heritage. What are the Templars? 4 out of 12, 33%. That's my Utah Heritage Credit Union math for the day, Tanner Wilkinson. But yeah, 4 of 12 from the free throw line is not going to cut it. You got to start making those free throws.
You know, there's a Christmas movie I love, Home Alone. I don't know anyone that's seen Home Alone that didn't like it.
Okay.
There's a line in there to describe Manti's free throw shooting. Kev's Home Alone, Kevin McAllister's Home Alone. He's snooping through his brother's room. Buzz, the bully, finds a picture of Buzz's significant other. Buzz's girlfriend. Woof. Woof. Woof is how I would describe the Templars' free throw shooting. Really, these last couple weeks, it just has not been where it normally is. Yeah. And, you know, as a team, you look at it, you're still at 69%. Coach Shakespeare likes that 70, but 69, you're going to take it. Yeah. Better than a couple other teams that are here by a number of percentage points. But, yeah, you got to have those. You got to have those in a game that's been physical, that's
it.
Yeah.
That's what I was just going to say. It's a game that's being whistled heavily. You know, we let our commentary come out there in the first half a little bit about what we thought about the whistles and how many there were, and it's not even one side. I think we're calling it both ways. But if they're going to blow the whistle a lot, you got to capitalize on those. Another interesting stat here: 8 offensive rebounds for the Templars. Yep. So they've missed 15 shots. The Templars have, and they've got rebounds on 8 of those missed. Only 2 offensive rebounds for the Patriots. So Manti really dominating on the boards here, 18-11 overall.
Going to be interesting to see how law of averages work. Yesterday, one of the quarterfinal games I did at Emory Judge Memorial game, Judge couldn't miss in the first half. Shot in a wild number, especially from 3. Terrific percentages from American Heritage. 54 from the floor, 60 from 3. Does the law of averages start to work out here? Yeah. Going to be interesting to see. They played a great half without Nihai Winatana as well. They came out inspired.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pregame, but not really during the game much. They're missing their, if not their best player, one of their top 2 or 3.
Yeah. We're going to take a break here on our Jones & DeMille Engineering halftime show. Come back with second half action next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Wait, guys, you forgot your helmets!
Hi, I'm Ben Pipes. I've been working in the emergency department with the trauma team for the past 9 years. In this geographical part of the western United States, we have the 4th highest traumatic brain injury hospitalization rate in the country for children. When riding off-road vehicles, please ensure that everybody is wearing a helmet and other safety gear. Ride an ATV that is appropriate for your age and skill set. Take a hands-on ATV safety course. Children between the ages of 8 and 16 or without a driver's license should be certified.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home.
Drive yours away this President's Day. Get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
San Pete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West, specializing in structural steel fabrication and erection. San Pete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hale Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. San Pete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time, at 685 East Main in Moroni. Call 800-261-1026, 800-261-1026, or sanpetesteel.com. For a wonderful shopping experience with quality and customer service that's second to none, visit Gunnison Market. The meat department carries the highest quality of meat in the United States, certified Angus beef, while the deli offers delicious made-from-scratch crab salad, coleslaw, and high-quality Columbus meats with no preservatives. The bakery features custom cakes for any occasion, cookies, rolls, and tasty donuts made fresh daily. For good old-fashioned friendly service, come see the difference at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 44-40, your halftime score. Scoreboard is made possible by CO Building Systems, roof and panels and wall panels, and all the trimming at the best prices anywhere. That's CO Building. Keys to the second half here, Greg, for the Templars. Did a good job in that second quarter all the way around. Still some lapses here and there, but We talked about this being a barn burner, and we're getting 44-40 finals at this tournament, and we're just at the half.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the help defense needs to come. When Manawinatana wants to take it one-on-one, not many guys in 3A can stay in front of him, so that help's got to come. Manti has had some pretty good help on him, but then Mana's done a good job at finding the open man, either on the other block or even in the corner. You got the 3 threes by Wes Larson, and all of those have just been parking himself in the corner, drawing the defense in to try and help, and then kicking out to him. So if he keeps hitting, what is he from 3-point line? He's
3 of 4.
Perfect 3 of 4, yeah. So if he goes 3 of 4 in the second half, boy, they're going to be tough to beat American Heritage. And Templars on offense, I think. Keep trying to get it down to Reggie. Let him get set. They've got some fouls through the Patriots. Let him get set down on that back block and then let the man work.
Scoreboard update brought to you by Barclay Mechanical. Games earlier today. In the girls' consolation bracket, Canyon View beats Juab, and then Summit Academy beats Judge Memorial. So you'll have 7 and 8 playing for 5th, 6th tomorrow, which I kind of like. Good effort from those two schools. And
3-pointer right before the buzzer.
Summit Academy.
Yeah.
That, if you're just joining us, we talked about it briefly in the pregame. 8 threes from Holmes. Kira Holmes.
There you go.
Hit 8 threes after not hitting a shot last night. She was 8 for 18. That was part of the game plan. Took 18 threes.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Down low, Jessen Barton right away. Good block from Mena, and he just walled up. That's terrific defense.
Yeah, that's one where I think Jessen might have been able to get him up with a pump fake, but just went up quick. And Jessen usually hits those, but nice defensive play. Got to hand it to Kyle Mena.
Yeah. Ball goes right side to Winatana. Up top, Larson straight on 3, strong. Rebound, Hunter Stevens goes up, and Peary's just grabbing onto him, and they'll call the foul. Love that from Hunter. Much smaller guy saying, nope, this is going to be my basketball.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there from American Heritage as well. Manawinatana comes and helps Hunter up.
Those two have been battling. I like that a lot.
I do too. Manti would have had a fast break there. If Hunter could have just got his hands on that before he got fouled, they would have had a wide open player under the basket.
Barton, right-hand dribble, looks to get in the paint, pumps, sends right side Stevens. Hunter back up to Thompson. Good entry pass, well defended though by Adams.
Yeah, I wish either Hunter Stevens would have had that entry pass, or Preston Thompson comes a little bit more to the left. You allow that three-quarter defense to come around Reggie Frischnick and tip that away. Reggie had good position.
Yeah. Stevens, right-hand dribble, looks to cross, get in the lane, up under for 2. The scoop, no, but a foul, and Hunter's going to go to the Go Insurance free throw line to shoot 2.
That's one of those where Hunter, I think, probably thought the defense was going to come to him and he was going to dump it off to Reggie. But when it didn't, when the help defense didn't come over to him, he kept it himself and drew that foul. Good free throw shooter this year, Hunter.
Winatana picks up his second, and he's limping a little bit. Kind of was massaging his ankle there for a second. Stevens goes to the Go Insurance free throw line to shoot 2, connects. So that's good news from the Templars there after a woof performance from the free throw line in the first half. And let's see.
Yeah, should be 44-41. They've messed up this score right here. Yep, one more for Hunter Stevens. Yeah. Hunter's looking over saying, just leave it up. I got you. You don't need to take that away. If there's ever a broadcaster jinx, that was just it right there.
I almost said something. Hunter then flies for the rebound, nearly gets it, ends up in the hands of Peary. Templars applying some pressure here. Mena with the basketball, goes behind the back. Good job by Mena to stay composed. Peary breaks through. Euro step finish on the left side with the right hand, 46-41.
16 now for Brady Peary. Preston Thompson tried to take the charge, but Peary just steps around him.
Barton left wing. Back to Thompson. Preston will look to dribble drive, get to the rim for 2. Bank shot, no. Frischnick flies in. Has to fight Thompson for the rebound, his own teammate. And then Reggie's going to go to the line now for 2, brought to you by Go Insurance.
Yeah, I think Reggie would have had a little bit easier look if Preston's hand wouldn't have been in there. But both of them just fighting hard. One complaint I've had this year for Manti is that Reggie's the only one that goes in and tries to rebound hard. So I'm never going to complain about Preston, even if he's fighting with his teammate.
Oh, absolutely, and that definitely I didn't mean for that to be negative by any means. Just kind of a funny thing, And it happens. It's basketball. You're going to see that all the time. Frischnick gets 2 here. Templars down 5. First of 2 for Reggie's up and down. Templars start 2 of 3.
And that's 4 fouls there against Jaden Adams. He's been kind of their main guy guarding Reggie Frischnick down low.
He'll sit. Vanderbeek's in, and I believe Vanderbeek had 3 in the first half as well.
That's right. That's correct.
One more here for Reggie from the Go Insurance free throw line. Can cut this to a one-possession game again. Does not. So Templars at 50% here in the second half. Long outlet from Mina, tipped by Thomas, and then they're going to call a foul, and Austin cannot believe it.
So here's why Austin Thomas should be frustrated. You remember yesterday in that game, you were here, you weren't calling it. Towards the end of that game against Richfield, Austin Thomas and Nate Young go up. And they run into each other, and Austin took the brunt of that, and nothing was called because they were both going for the ball. Exact same thing right here, and then the call gets called against Austin, so he's going to be pretty frustrated there.
Winatana with it, gives it over left side. Peary takes the three, and it's good. Brady Peary, he can hit that. Hit a few against Juab in the Sweet 16, lead back to 7. Barton attacks, dribbles it out of bounds. It goes back as Starkweather's going to check in for the Templars.
19 big points now for Brady Peary. He's the leading scorer for the Patriots.
Ball comes in now to Winatana as he comes off the screen. Templars with a 2-2-1 setup here, a deflection. Winatana gets it back. 3 seconds to get it across, and timeout called by Coach Winatana. A very good one.
Resets the 10-second call. Yep.
Timeout will be taken as well by us. It's a Manti Family Dental timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Are you or a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis? Let us help. Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital offers no-cost mental health assessments, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your mental health care. Insist on Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital for instant care. Call us today to speak with one of our highly trained mental health professionals. Call 801-852-2273, or for more information, visit aspengrovehospital.com.
In the days of the mountain men, Cache Valley, Utah became a central gathering place for trappers and explorers. They named it Cache because it was there they would store their goods and come together to trade and connect. The spirit of community continues today at Cache Valley Bank with locations and services throughout Utah, including 3 branches right here in Sanpete County. They're Central Utah's financial outfitter. No matter your mountain, they want to see you reach the top. Cache Valley and Central Utah are rooted in grand expeditions. Let's keep that heritage alive together. Discover Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
.6:10 to go here in the third quarter. 7-point lead for American Heritage with possession, and a good time out there from Coach Winatana as they were as close to a 10-second count as you can get. Winatana with it now up top. Templars with 4 starters out there, and then Mason Starkweather. As Winatana looks to attack off the dribble, gets it inside Peary. He'll fake, look to drive on Frischnick, lower the shoulder, pump fake, cannot finish. Thompson deflects it. It's saved, and Preston goes and gets it. Templars with a big opportunity here. Starkweather, the lob for Barton. He hits the rim. Thompson goes and gets it. Stevens straight away. Hunter for 3. It's up. It's off the back rim. Great rebound by Vanderbeek, and then he's fouled by Thompson, and Preston does not like it. So it'll be side out of bounds. 3rd team foul on the Templars, 2nd on Thompson.
Looked like a lot of ball there when Preston Thompson reached in there. Unless they say that he got him on the arm as well.
Ball comes in, Winatana now. Sets the screen, nearly loses his dribble. Larson with it, gets it across the timeline. Low dribble, right side to Mina. Now back up top, Winatana. Still a 7-point lead for American Heritage. Going to kind of slow things down a little bit here. You don't see this often from the Patriots. They don't run a lot of sets like this. Peary with it, sends it over Winatana. Stevens nearly gets the steal. Winatana for 3, it's no good. Rebound Reggie Frischnick rather, and he'll get it up to Hunter Stevens.
Good job by American Heritage to get back that time. Reggie looking for that long outlet pass to try and get an easy 2.
Starkweather, yeah, that's an easy call. He can't lower the shoulder like that. Brady Peary takes the charge, and it will go the other way.
It's usually Mason Starkweather taking the charge, but this time tables are turned.
And it's 5:02 to go. Not a lot of scoring going on here. So,
yeah, there was in the first half. What do you got? 5-2 run here, if you want to call it a run to start this third quarter.
Peary takes another 3. Boy, was feeling it, connects on it, lead back to 10. Templars had it down to 2, Greg. And since then, American Heritage has kind of weathered the storm.
2 threes by Peary in that 10-0 run or 8-0 run.
Frischnick draws a crowd. Stevens catches high. Hunter's open. He'll take the straightaway three. It's no good. Templars cannot collect on an open shot, and Winnetana goes the other way, and just a bad pass. As you saw Coach Winnetana saying, let's slow things down. As Carter Mason and Lincoln Alder check in, Stevens, Barton, and Starkweather sit. Thomas also back in for the Templars.
Yeah, just trying to get into the corner for another one of those threes that they've been hitting this game, and just a little out of his hands. Manti's going to need to start hitting some of those open threes. Hunter Stevens has had a couple. He knocked a couple down in the first half, had a couple here.
Kick ball from Peary,
but not able to connect.
4:22 left on our third quarter clock. Ball goes into Carter Mason. Left-hand dribble from Carter. Going to bounce. Another kick from Peary. Yeah. Which that does not reset the shot clock.
I think if it's under 20.
Ball goes into Mason. Carter with the left-hand dribble. Gives left side to Alder. Lincoln with the left hand. Draws that double. Gives to Thompson. Preston had a man for a moment. Instead takes it himself and scores. Preston Thompson for two. 52-44, 4:04 to go here in the third quarter.
Preston now with 3 points. Good aggressive move there. Good job by
Alder.
Lincoln.
Just takes it away. Now the steal on the break. Alder takes it up, no, and is fouled. Lincoln's going to get 2 more free throws. What a job by Lincoln Alder. Getting into the head a little bit here of Mana Winnetana.
Yeah, just reached in and just took that away like he was on the football field.
Free throws here for Alder with 3:55 to go.
And that's going to be 4 fouls also on Kyle Mena.
Yeah. Guys that have been doing a good job defending for American Heritage as Alder hits the first of 2. Tage Hill and Jessen Barton in. Thomas and Frischnick will sit. And we'll get James Matson, the sophomore, back in. Matson had a pretty good first half as well, knocking down a 3. Spreads the floor well for them. He's almost a carbon copy of Weston Larson. The way they're built.
They look similar.
One wears 12, one wears 21.
Yeah.
Free throws up from Alder and down. Lincoln goes 2 for 2. It's a 6-point game. 52-46, 3:55 to go. Winnetana picks up his dribble, skips it left side to Larson. Larson looks to attack, goes left side. Winnetana across the timeline. Bounce pass Vanderbeek. He lays it up and thought about jamming it. 54-46 here. 3:40 to play in the third.
Excellent press break by American Heritage. Just passing the ball to beat that press by the Templars.
Killer crossover by Carter Mason. Spins, sends it out. Barton wide open 3 is up. Good rotation splash. Jessen Barton with the Douglas Dentistry 3 cuts the lead down to 5 with 3:54 left in the third.
Barton, the first Templar into double figures now with 12 points.
Ball goes to Peary right side. Thought about pulling the trigger, now does on the 3. That's no good. Rebound Hill. Templars get a stop as Mason comes up the right side of the floor. Carter looks to attack. Gets to the rim, banks and scores. Carter Mason for 2, and it's a 3-point game just like that. 54-44, Templars now on a 7-0 run.
Yeah, yep.
Alder deflects it again. Mason with the left hand can't finish. Alder's stick back is good. It's a 1-point game with 2:52 to go now. 9 unanswered from the Templars in a hurry. And a travel. Coach Shakespeare fired up, as is this Templar crowd down here in Richfield.
Yeah, he loves when that full court pressure does bad things to the other team and gives the ball back to Manti again.
Jaden Barton in the game for the Templars. 2:47 to go in the third. Manti with a chance to have their first lead of the game.
Yeah, it was 52-42 here just a few minutes ago. I think first lead of the game.
Killer crossover. Mason in for 2. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Thompson had it, but then he's going to get called for the loose ball foul. That's free throws the other way for American Heritage.
Yeah, that's a good call right there. Preston Thompson just going over. Brady Peary had a little bit better positioning that time.
So it should be, unless that was the 4th foul.
They are so quick on the clock.
They are.
Fouls. They are so quick.
I give them credit for that, because I'm thinking this is the 5th.
Yeah, that's a couple of times I've done that this weekend where I look up at the scoreboard and think that they're going to add another foul, but that was it.
Yeah, they've done a good job with that this weekend. They've been never going to get through a tournament with no hiccups, but ball goes left side. Caught low on the outside by Matson, and now Winnetana will reset with 2:25 left in the third. Mason out on him. Mana gives it right side to Peary. Peary looks to attack Barton. Jaden does a good job moving his feet. Turns, shot missed. Good defense from Barton. Rebound, Frischnick. Mason, outlet Alder. It's deflected. It'll stay Templar basketball with 2:11 left here in the third.
Yeah, good idea by Carter Mason to try and push that up the floor to Lincoln Alder. Lincoln, good job by getting his hands out of the way and just let that go out of bounds and let your offense set up. Jessen Barton inbounding underneath his own hoop.
Goes into Mason. Carter with the left hand up to Barton. Jaden inside. Frischnick just led him a little too far. He'll go back to American Heritage here with 2:06 left in the third.
Yeah, that's Jaden Barton and Reggie Frischnick have played a lot together over the years. And
that hasn't happened often.
Jaden just Jaden coming back off of that injury, getting back into full-time play.
I'm glad he's got to play these last few weeks. Yep. It's been a good thing. Ball goes out front. Larson lowers the shoulder. No call. Outside Mason on him. Now Winnetana with Barton out on him. Coach telling Jaden to back up just a little bit here.
Jaden wanted that.
Winnetana between the legs. Looks to lull to sleep. Looks to drive it. Is fouled, and we'll get 2 free throws here, as that's the 5th team foul on the Templars with 1:42 to go here in the third.
Jaden Barton just... Oh, that won't go against Jaden Barton. Did they give it?
Yeah,
they
did.
Jaden. Okay,
yeah,
they did give it to him.
Okay, yeah. 2 free throws here for Mana Winnetana.
What I was going to say, one thing about Jaden Barton, that last possession on Brady Peary down there, Jaden has got the jumping ability and the upper body strength to be able to take on Peary. Not many Templars can. You got Reggie Frischnick that can, maybe Lincoln Alder, and Jaden is another one that can come off the bench and give you some of that defensive down in the post defensive presence.
So Barton sits, Jessen Barton and Hunter Stevens back in.
Winnetana's first 2 points there from the free throw line.
And a little bit of pressure
in
here
the second
now.
half, second half points.
Gotcha. And they back off the pressure, and no one came to get Hunter Stevens. Hunter gets to the rim, no. Rebound comes down inside. Alder deflects it into the hands of Mason. Now to Stevens. Hunter takes it up for 2, and the Templars are back within 1, 56-55.
What has Lincoln Alder meant here in this second half to the Templars? What some great defensive plays by him.
Tightly guarding Winnetana. They draws the double. Pass goes high. Pump fake into Peary, and the foul from Peary. Big play there. James Matson to stay calm, stay strong with the basketball there because he got blitzed.
Yeah,
made the right play.
Just faked that ball up high, made Reggie Frischnick leave his feet, and then goes low with the bounce pass, and Peary has an easy layup. No, not able to do anything about it from behind are the Templars.
Tage Hill will come in. Lincoln Alder gets a well-deserved rest. Great minutes from Lincoln here in this third quarter.
Yeah, defensively especially. Knocked down a couple of free throws and a shot, but
Peary misses the and 1 free throw. 58-55. Templars look to push here. Stevens, left side Mason. Carter gives up top. Hunter gives right in the paint to Frischnick. Spin, turn, dump off to Hill. Hill lays it in. A great cut and find. Frischnick to Hill. 58-57. Back come the Patriots the other way. Larson, transition 3. No one goes and gets the basketball, though. Larson gets it back. Trying to go somewhere with it to Peary. Peary lowers the shoulder, banks and scores, and it's 60-57 under a minute to go.
26 points now for Brady Peary.
This is looking like he did against Juab after a tough game. Stevens 3 in the tie. Splash. Hunter Stevens ties us at 60 with the Douglas Dentistry 3.
His third three-pointer, 12 points now for Hunter Stevens.
No one gets back. Peary goes up on Frischnick. No, and they call the foul late. But
that's not on the that's on the rebound, right? On Tage Hill. Oh, that's going to go against Reggie Frischnick. What in the world?
I thought Reggie stayed pretty vertical on the initial play.
I don't know what.
It's his first foul. 2 shots here for Brady Peary, who again has been a menace. Really stepped up with the absence of Nihai Winnetana. Hits the first, 61-60. So Manti's now tied it. Has not led, though, here in the second half. As Alder returns, and Carter Mason will get a seat. Carter's passing's been really good in this game.
Yeah, and defense as well.
Yep.
He and Lincoln Alder on that trap here near midcourt have done a great job together.
Peary goes 2 for 2, 62-60, 31 seconds left. Shot clock is off for Manti. Stevens will hold out to Hill. Tage with it, right side, Jessen Barton. Again, shot clock is off. Manti content to maybe play for 1 shot here. Stevens guarded by Weston Larson. Waiting for that call from from Coach Shakespeare. 9 seconds on the clock. Stevens gives to Alder. Lincoln, good fake. Take to the rack. Ooh. Lincoln Alder with the little English. Tied at 62 with 2 and with 1. Winnetana throws up the half-court shot, and that will take us to the fourth quarter. All tied at 62 on our CO Building System scoreboard. You're watching and listening to high school basketball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, Team5.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
As a parent, You never want to see your child struggling with suicidal thoughts. But today, the threat is hidden deep within their phones. That's why I rely on Bark. Built by parents, for parents. Bark's award-winning dashboard monitors text messages, emails, and over 30 different apps and platforms for potential safety concerns. Hey, can we talk?
We at Centricom want to help every family protect their children. Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
When you need title work, title insurance, and escrow service, remember the experts at Central Utah Title in Manti. Whether you need residential, commercial closing, mortgage refinance, FHA, VA, or conventional loans, mortgage assumption, and cash transactions, consider Central Utah Title. Serving South Central Utah since 1983, 140 North Main Street in Manti for security and peace of mind in all your transactions.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 62 apiece, Templars and Patriots on our CO Building Systems scoreboard. CO Building Systems, roof and wall panels and all the trimming at the best prices anywhere. That's CO Building.
Coming up, you had a good comment in our when we were off the air right there.
Is that right?
When you said, if I was just a random fan, this is a game I'd want to be watching.
Yes. Yes.
Because this is a fun one here.
Brad James is loving himself. Brad loves high-scoring affairs. This is probably Brad's favorite game of the weekend.
He's
so
smiling
far.
back there right now.
Winnetana gives up top Peary. Peary guarded by Frischnick, gives Larson. Larson closed out well by Thompson. Now Vanderbeek with it. The drive, score, finish, left hand, Winnetana. And then Mana nearly gets the steal. Heads-up play by Stevens to tap it to Frischnick. The lob for Thomas misses the pass. Gets it back to Hunter. Hunter drives to Thompson. Preston gives to Stevens in the corner. Hunter takes the three for the lead. Buckets! Hunter Stevens on fire from the Douglas Dentistry three-point line. Templars with their first lead of the game.
4 3-pointers now for Hunter Stevens. 2 in the first, 2 in the second half.
Ball goes right side to Peary, 65-64. Peary looks to take Stevens. Hunter does a good job moving his feet, forces the pass back out to Winnetana on the right side, 20 on the shot clock.
A little bit of a mismatch here with Peary down there, but Hunter Stevens' leaping ability is able to beat the mismatch.
Stevens now in transition. Has it deflected. Other way comes Larson. Out front with Barton on him. Comes off the screen. Thought about the three. Left-hand dribble. Lowers the shoulder. Good take from Larson. Frischnick boxes out well. Now Stevens runs for Manti. Gives to Barton right side. Jessen. Transition triple. No. Frischnick offensive rebound. Reggie's got it. Lowers the shoulder. Takes it up for two. No. Ball last touched by Frischnick. Oh, no. They're going to say American Heritage ball. Okay. He meant to point the other way. Clearly off of Frischnick. So it will be Patriot basketball.
Yeah, Reggie taking this one a little bit personal. It looks like he wanted to take that up the chest of the defender. Didn't get any sort of a call, but you'll see him keep going at the hoop. The rest of this game, I guarantee it.
Kyle Mina back in the game.
And I'm okay with Jessen Barton in that transition three, but they did have numbers. He had 4-on-2 numbers the other way. But Jessen's such a good three-point shooter, and I don't know how that's not a traveling. What in the world?
Jessen got close to a reach. Great take. Looking off the defender was Winnetana, and he lays it in, lead back to the Patriots, 66-65. Stevens, left corner, Barton. Jessen into Frischnick. Reggie looks to spin. Might have moved beforehand. Sends to Thomas. Austin, his first three attempt. No good. Frischnick the rebound, and Reggie's fouled by Winnetana inside. First team foul here in the fourth period. 2 minutes without a foul, Greg.
Well, that's a lot for this game.
Yeah.
And you got Kyle Mena down there defending Reggie Frischnick. He's got to be careful. He's got those 4 fouls, and Reggie creates contact often.
Hunter Stevens will sit. What a game for Hunter. Some of the steals, rebounds, and three-point shooting. Got 4 made threes tonight, Greg. Is that right?
That's
4
right.
Douglas Dentistry threes for Hunter.
He'll be back in soon.
Yeah. Carter Mason back in for the Templars. Barton sends it in to Thomas. Thomas into Frischnick. Reggie catches low, one-on-one. Frischnick draws a crowd. Cannot finish. Gets his own rebound and is fouled. So that'll be the second team foul now on the Patriots. 6 minutes to go in the fourth.
Man, Reggie just frustrates you if you play against him. Look at this. You play good defense. You make him miss the shot, and what does he do? Just go up and gets his own rebound. Just out-leap you. That's going to be the third foul against Brady Peary. Brady with 28 points here, 14 in the first and 14 here in the second.
Adams deflects it out of bounds, stays Templar basketball. 1 second comes off the clock. as Barton will trigger baseline here. Jessen sends back to Thomas. Now back to Barton off the curl in the corner. 3, right wing. It's in and out. Last touched by Peary. It'll stay Templar basketball. Manti gets another possession.
Yeah, Carter Mason did a good job there to not go and try and reach for that. Know it's off Peary and just let it go out of bounds. Set up your offense here under the hoop.
Carter's a gamer. His basketball IQ.
Yeah, for just a sophomore.
Yeah, extremely high.
Yeah, inbounds come to him, and then they'll try to go low too, Reggie.
Just a little bit too wide on the pass.
Yeah, you just got to come up to the top of the key to make that pass. Make it easy. No reason to make it that difficult.
1 point lead for American Heritage. Peary catches high, right hand dribble, handoff Larson, up top Adams, swing, Winatana left side. Now they go to Peary, guarded by Barton. Peary lowers, pump fakes, beautifully done. Brady Peary lays it up and in, 68-65 with 5:29 to go in the ballgame.
And Manti's so afraid of double teaming because of the three-pointers that have been hit that they're just letting Peary work down there alone.
Mason gives up top. The drive from Barton. Jessen goes. Bang. Scores. Good take from Jessen on the left side. 68-67. 5:14 to go. Templars pressing again. Winatana. Long pass. Larson. 3. Transition. Good. Weston Larson for 3. 71-67. 5:04 to play.
12 points now, all from behind the arc for Wes Larson.
Thomas with it in the corner. Gives back up top. Mason. Lob into Frischnick. Reggie catches. Turns. Somehow that's not a foul. It ends up in Barton's hands. Jessen the runner for 2. Count it, and a foul from Barton. Woof.
Yeah, as you mentioned, somehow not a foul on Reggie's, but Manti will take the and one opportunity.
So a free throw coming here for Barton. Hunter Stevens in next whistle. 4:50 to play.
Jaden Adams is going to foul
5
out here. Yeah.
5 fouls on Adams, so he will sit. And Jessen Barton's going to get a free throw here to make it a 1 point game. You get, 15 seconds to make the substitution once they start the clock?
Yep.
So, Coach Winatana.
Good job by Jaden Adams to run away. He was upset. He's frustrated. Yesterday they had a little bit of issues with that, with a frustrated player. So he's just going to come over by his coach.
Yeah.
And it let out his frustration.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And that's okay, yeah. There's a time and place to do that, no question. Starkweather and Alder will be in. Frischnick and Thompson will sit. Stevens back will check in. Looks like for the shooter here. It looks like it'll be Barton if Barton should.
If we hit the 4-minute mark and Reggie Frischnick's not back in the game, I will be surprised.
I'll buy you a Cocoa Pebble breakfast or a Fruity Pebble breakfast bar.
Oh, we're hearkening back to yesterday's games there.
Barton's free throw good. Stevens checks in. Barton will sit. I'd imagine Jessen Barton's going to be back in at the 4-minute mark as well.
Pretty quick, too. Yeah, 17 points to lead the Templars now for Jessen Barton with that and one.
Ball goes in to Winatana. Left side, Mina gets it up. Larson. Thomas close out. Perry drives. Offensive foul. Are they going to call a block here? They are on Mason Starkweather. Let's see on this replay here. Mason's done that all year, Greg. He's taken those charges all year, and this is the first time I've seen a block called. Brady Peary, who's had a phenomenal night, goes to the free throw line.
On the other end, Mr. Adams that just fouled out, Jaden Adams would debate that's the exact same thing that happened to him down there.
True.
So at least it's consistent.
4 fouls on Mason Starkweather. One more for Peary. Missed the first, hits the second. 72-70. 4:42 to play in this ball game.
31 now for Brady Peary.
Hunter Stevens with the basketball up top. Looks to create off the dribble. Sends it corner. Confusion between who was going to be there between Thomas and Starkweather. Neither one of them was there.
Yeah, Hunter should have just went to Austin Thomas there. Austin had a spot on the wing right there, and he had Mason Starkweather trying to cut on the baseline.
And a steal.
Lincoln Alder
lays it in. Carter Mason deflected it. Alder picked it up and scores. Tied at 42. Stevens gets the steal. Hunter with it. Euro step. Throws up the shot. No. Rebound to Larson. Larson, long outlet. Peary, and he overshoots him. It'll go back to the Templars with 4:16 to play.
Yeah, on that one, Hunter, he has a couple of teammates down there with him. He needs to just dump that one off, not try and go underneath, do that little up and under thing.
Barton and Frischnick return. Stevens and Starkweather will sit with 4:16 to go. I'd imagine Hunter only sits for a few minutes here.
Yeah.
A few moments. Bringing it down is Mason. Carter, the sophomore, gets on the left side, trying to get that into Frischnick. Alder lobs it high to Reggie. Reggie skipped past Thomas. Now Barton. Jessen jabs. Tied at 72. Gets in the lane, has it stripped. Out of bounds. Stays with the Templars. 20 on the shot clock. 4:01 on the game clock here in the fourth. What a game we've had, Greg. This is just...
I can't think of many funner games that I've called over the last few years, that's for sure.
Ball goes into Frischnick straight away. Now Mason. Carter. Killer crossover. Gets inside Thomas. Right corner three. His spot. Buckets. Austin Thomas with a Douglas Dentistry 3. Templars by 3. 3:50 to go. Winnetana throws it up. Fouled by Carter Mason. No one on the Templar side likes that. And that'll be team foul number 3 on the Templars. Again, they're so quick getting that number up. I think it's team foul number 2, third on Carter Mason.
Yeah, that is sold very well.
Mena will inbounds on the sideline. Gets it into Vanderbeek. Top of the key. 3-point lead for the Templars. Gets it back up top to Mano Winnetana. Left-hand dribble. Winnetana looks to cross over. Guarded by Mason tight. Well beyond the perimeter. Winnetana will drive it. Baseline. Tries to go through 2 defenders' arms. Ends up back in Winnetana's hands now with 14 on the shot clock. Right side, Alders on him. Lincoln takes a deep breath. We got a perfect view of this. Winnetana sizes him up for 3. No. Rebound, Jessen Barton.
Nope.
I knew exactly where you were going with
Jessen
that.
was thinking about that pass up to Lincoln Alder. And
Thomas, corner 3, no. Tipped by Winnetana, and he's fortunate Peary was there, and then Peary's fouled by Lincoln Alder. Third team foul on the Templars. 3:06 left here in the fourth. What a game. Just can't wipe the grin off my face right now, Greg. We've just had such a fun one here.
Lincoln Alder's done a lot of good things here, got a lot of steals in the backcourt. That one right there, he just kind of, he wasn't really trying to even gain an advantage. He just let his hands get on Peary and allowed the official to make that call.
Peary to send in. Goes corner Mena. Mena, baseball pass to Larson. Larson's going to lob it too high. The timing just wasn't there. Yeah. Vanderbeek jumped too early.
Yeah, I don't think it was a bad idea there.
Yeah.
I think, like you say, just a hair outside of his arms.
Carter Mason with it now for the Templars. Larson out on him, under 3 to play. Templars with a 3-point lead, their largest of the game. Barton now top of the key. Backdoor cut from Thomas. It's deflected. Good hands. I think that was Mena that got the deflection. Peary with it now across the timeline. Timeout to Coach Winnetana with 2:42 to go. It's a Manti Family Dental timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
CO Building Systems in Ephraim manufactures a complete line of pre-engineered metal buildings of all sizes. Plus, they are your headquarters for custom metal roof and wall panels for your home or business, including all trim and accessories. All of their roof and wall panels are available in several gauges and over 20 different colors. For a free cost estimate or more information, contact CO Building Systems in Ephraim. 800-262-5347. That's 800-262-5347. Online at cobuildings.com.
This is Lydia Thompson with EcoLife. Cooler weather is coming and winter is right around the corner. I'm sure you're excited to curl up with a blanket, cozy in your home on a cold day. The problem is, so are the bugs. Keep spiders out of your house this winter. Call or text us today at 435-283-6002. Again, that's 435-283-6002 to spray your home and keep it bug-free this winter.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 2:42 to go, 75-72 on our CO Building System scoreboard. That timeout brought to you by Manti Family Dental. Visit them online at mantidental.com. Big thanks to them, new sponsor this year, Manti Family Dental. Ball's going to go into Mena, top of the arc. Hounded by Carter Mason, and nearly gets the steal. Peary with it now. Right side, Winnetana, 2:30 to go. Templars blitz Winnetana lightly. Guarded by Carter Mason, looks to cross over, sends it too high. The pressure works, Templars get it back.
Yeah, there's been a couple of times there, I think 3 here in this fourth quarter alone, where they've tried to go down on the block, one of the blocks, and it's just been too high. It passes out of bounds and gives the ball back to Manti.
Carter Mason with the basketball now. Templars 3-point lead, 2:24 to go. Winnetana out on him. They give Barton left side. Jessen will pump. Trying to get Frischnick on that block. Reggie posting. Mason skips it. Alder, 3, left wing, no. Rebound, Frischnick. Reggie's got it, lowers the shoulder, gets to the rim, draws a foul. Reggie's going to go to the line. Brought to you by Go Insurance for another pair of free throws.
Jump stop and one more step. Reggie Frischnick has lived on that the last few years. We talked about it in the first half.
2 free throws for Reggie. As the first is up and down. So 2:10 left in this ball game. Manti with a game-high 4-point lead. They've trailed most of the night.
76 points for Manti right now. 7 for Reggie Frischnick, the man that averages 16 points a game. Other guys have definitely stepped
It's
up.
in both. Reigning state MVP.
Well, and Reggie stepped up too. Reggie's rebounding like a man, just not scoring as much. Hasn't needed to.
Larson, great recovery there by Jessen Barton. Barton hounding him out front. Manti's been very aggressive defensively here, Greg, as we hit 2 minutes to play.
Such a good defender with his feet, Jessen Barton.
Peary goes behind the back, looks to attack Frischnick, draws a double, sends it out to Vanderbeek. Vanderbeek now Peary right corner. Frischnick out on him. Reggie jumped. Peary goes. Offensive foul. Jessen Barton taking the charge.
Yeah, Brady Peary wants to jump in for that jump stop just like Reggie Frischnick did. And that wouldn't have been a problem, but Jessen Barton got there first on the block, and that's going to be 5 on 31-point scorer Brady Peary.
What a night for Peary. He's had a whale of a tournament. Didn't score a lot in their game yesterday, but you can tell how important he is to his team. 30-point game against Juab in the Sweet 16. Phenomenal players. He heads to the bench and positively cheers his teammates on.
Excellent basketball player.
Backdoor Barton, good feed from Mason. Carter, corner 3, no. Rebound to Mina. Oh, and Frischnick accidentally whacks him. Nothing intentional. Oh, for the love of Pete. Mina's trying to get him teed up. That happens.
Yeah, that's going for a rebound there. Trying to tip that ball, got him off the face.
It just happens.
Yeah.
It's called playing basketball, bud.
Yeah, not sure what we're
and his teammates are
here.
pulling him away.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hard hit,
yeah.
but there's no way you could say Reggie's not going for the ball.
No.
There. That's silly.
That's had to be pulled away from the official. They called it on Carter Mason, but it was clearly on Reggie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's strange. That's going to be 4 against Mason. I think they're mixing up 23 and 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be against Reggie.
I think that'll only be 2 on Frischnick.
Yeah.
Reggie's right here saying, yeah, that was me. What a good kid, man.
He is a good kid.
We love Reggie.
He is a good kid. So that's going to be 4 fouls against Manti. We have 5 against American Heritage, so both teams in the bonus for the rest of the way here.
Mina to inbound. Minute 33 left. It goes in to Winatana. He's going to throw it up the middle. Larson catches and just overshoots again. Templars have sped them up, Greg, here in this fourth quarter.
I almost wonder if he thought the official was his teammate. Like he threw that right to the official, or maybe it's just a little bit out of the hands and where he thought his teammate was going to be. I'm not sure, but.
Ball comes in to Mason. Carter with the right-hand dribble. Minute 24 to go. Gives Barton left side. Jessen gets to the rim. Finishes for 2. Templars with a game-high 9-point lead now.
Jessen had such a good game. 19 points for Barton.
Foul out on Alder. Lincoln cannot believe it as he bumps into the official and then goes, my bad. That'll be 2 shots now on the other end. Clock stops, which is good for American Heritage here.
You got free throw shooting. Oh, no. American Heritage doesn't put stats online, do they?
No, they don't.
Ask for his free throw shooting numbers. They're one of the few teams, we mentioned it yesterday, that doesn't keep any stats. Max Preps, Deseret News, we can't really find them anywhere.
No.
So
they were 8 and 9 in the first half. They are good. I mean,
I guarantee Winatana's a 80% or so free throw shooter. Just how good of a ball player is. Just would like to get you that stat, but we can't.
Nope. Free throw drops, 79-73, minute 13 to go.
19 now for Winatana. You're going to have, if he knocks this down, you're going to have 2 Patriots with 20-plus points. You don't see that in high school games very often.
No. They got 4 guys that average 15 or more.
Yeah.
It's those 4 guys that are usually the only scorers as he hits both. 79-74, minute 13 to play in this one. Frischnick looking. Timeout to Coach Shakespeare with a minute 13 to go. It's a Manti Family Dental timeout. We'll take it and be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
This is more than just a job. It's a mission of caring. There's nothing more precious than a human life, and we all honor that responsibility. Beginning in 1932, we've been standing ready to serve our communities with trust, quality, and knowledge. And most of all, human connections.
Looking for the perfect color for your next paint project? Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim has your solution. With their state-of-the-art color matching equipment and over 350,000 colors, anything is possible. Bring Hermanson's any size sample or your favorite Pinterest pin and they can scan or match across all brands of paint. They've successfully matched paint colors from pillows, stucco, rock, paint cans, signs, plants, and more. Their high-quality finishes from Pratt & Lambert and Best Look will give you the professional results you're looking for. Don't put off those paint projects any longer. Drop by Hermanson's Hardware in Ephraim. It's how going to a hardware store should be.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 79-74, minute 13 left here in the ball game. It's Templar basketball off the Manti Family Dental timeout. Carter Mason's got it. Gets it up, Preston Thompson. Thompson with the left-hand dribble. Gets it across the timeline. Going to give it to Alder. Alder's open. Pump fakes. And smartly pulls it out. Thompson will drive. It should be a travel, and it is. Templars don't need to go. You got 23 on the shot clock. Minute on the game, and Coach Shakespeare saying the same thing. What are we doing?
Slow it down,
We saw
fellers.
this against Emory earlier in the year.
Slow it down, fellers.
Winnetana gives to Mina. Mina back Winnetana now under a minute to play. 2-possession game here. Winnetana on the left side, guarded by Alder. Lincoln Alder has earned these minutes here in the final minute. Larson thought about the three, steps into it right wing. It's short rebound, Reggie Frischnick. Long outlet to Barton. Jessen's got it and smartly pulls it out as Greg gives Jessen a little golf clap. Carter Mason's fouled by Weston Larson.
I got one guy that listens to about every Manti game. I don't know if I should say. Our good friend, voice of the Badgers, Gary Chittister.
Yeah, Gary's
When Manti has a lead and they don't run clock, I don't know if there's any person on the planet that gets more upset. I'll get text from Gary Chittister, why don't they run some clock?
Heard Gary on my way home last night. Badgers got a win against Southern Nevada as Carter Mason misses the first of 2 Go Insurance free throws. Hunter Stevens back into the game for the Templars. And he is going to replace Lincoln Alder. And boy, what a whale of a game from Lincoln.
We have a Security National Mortgage player of the game. They get it that Beach and gift card. It's a lot funner to give them away after wins.
a win.
If they can pull this one out, 5 points, 35 seconds. This isn't any sort of guarantee.
Mason goes 1 for 2 at the Go Insurance line. 80-74, 35 ticks remaining.
But Lincoln's in the running for that. That was my point.
Yeah, we'll get to play our favorite game. Guess what's in Greg's head? Larson looks to drive. Timeout to Coach Winnetana with 35 seconds left. Let's keep this here, Greg, for this last minute. Let's talk strategy here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Get it to your best free throw shooters, number one. And I don't know that anybody is down on the totem pole of that. I think everybody's 60% plus. I don't know if anybody's in that's going to be less than that. I don't know what they're asking. The coaches for Manti are anyway.
Well, I saw Devin Shakespeare standing up, not yelling, but exclaiming something. I don't know if they're trying to figure out how many timeouts American Heritage has left. Dustin's clear down here by the scores table. The officials are having a conversation. So this is super fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but strategy. You're not in a hurry if you're out there. If you're the Templars, I'm not saying you got to run the whole. Well, with 35 seconds now. Okay, so they're adding quite a bit of one of them says 27, one says 35. That's the issue.
Oh, I see.
That's
I didn't notice that. Yeah, they're just trying to get the clock figured out.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be 27 seconds left. That's what you see on your camera.
Yeah.
This one, and they've had problems in years past, I've noticed, with one scoreboard.
Oh, there's 4 in here. Yeah. All 3 of the 4 say 27.2. So I don't know if one just froze up.
But if I'm the Templars.
And it's still 70, 79, 80, 74 as well. So
yeah.
Maybe that's part of what.
Yeah, so it should be 80-74. To finish my strategy talk.
Yeah, please do.
If you're the Templars, you want to get it into your good ball handlers.
You got 3 of them out there.
Yep, you've got Jessen Barton, Preston Thompson, not a bad ball handler himself for the 4th one.
Ball goes up top. Winnetana. Larson, 3 on the way. No. Frischnick rebounds. Outlet Barton. Ahead to Stevens. Hunter is smartly going to pull this out and earn another golf clap from Greg as he's fouled with 13 seconds left. Didn't mean to force you to golf clap, but I know you enjoy that.
You read my mind, my friend.
If Gary Chittister does not like when Manti doesn't do it, and he's the number 1 person that will point that out, you're number 2. I've done enough Manti games with you over the years.
There's just sometimes where, and Manti's just such an aggressive offense all the time.
Which we love.
It's hard to get out of that. But sometimes you just need to, and they have this game.
Hunter Stevens hits the first of 2 Go Insurance free throws. How good has Hunter been tonight as well?
Excellent.
Or this
16
afternoon.
points, 17 now, 8-point lead, 2-possession lead. Jaden Barton back into the game for the Templars. I think more of that defensive rebounding. They want his rebounding in there. Yeah.
Good athleticism, too, going up and getting the ball. Ball comes in to Winnetana, guarded by Thompson. Winnetana hesitates into a 3. It's good with 6 seconds left. That's really going to do it, 82-77. Barton is still fouled with 2.3 to go. Manti could have let a few more seconds run off the clock before inbounding it.
Yeah.
As Coach Shakespeare's got a smile on his face knowing that this game's going to be in favor, and the streak lives on for Devin Shakespeare as he is going to get to the final Saturday once again. Tanner Peacock going to check in.
Yeah, Tanner's been playing the last couple of games, got a tiny little bit of time. A senior that hurt his ankle, whatever he did, there like the very first practice, a move in.
Yep.
And so good to see him also coming in. Parker Anderson, Tommy Bridges, Colby Simons, my man.
Your man.
My man, Colby
TB13.
Yeah.
Tommy Bridges. Got a little competition going with his dad, Nate. We filled out brackets for the boys and girls. Best bracket gets a milkshake from the worst bracket.
For both.
Yeah.
UHSA.
Yeah,
for the
boys
tournament?
and girls 3A. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So far, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think we're pretty even in the girls' side of the bracket. I think I've got him by a game in the boys. So Barton's free throw drops, 83-77, 2.3 to go.
Gets Jessen above 20 points here. 20 points now.
One more for Barton, who's been phenomenal. Drops it.
And his brother will come in for him, Mr. Will Barton.
That's a cool moment as they give each other a hug. Will the thrill. Been watching Will play a long time. Good friends with my brother-in-law. Ball comes in now to Winnetana with 2 and with 1. He's going to pull up. I don't think it's in time. And that ends the ball game. Manti moves on to Saturday for that 5th, 6th place game. Your final score, 83-77. Was that our final?
84-77.
84-77. They've been taking them off pretty quick for a good reason. As we got another game coming up, it'll be Emory and Union. We'll take a break and be back. Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.